This isn't about shopping. It's about the hidden architecture of your mind. We're about to uncover the science suggesting luxury taps into your brain's reward system, leaving you with a fleeting high and a pattern of self-interest. This is the story of how the things you own can start to own you. For centuries, luxury has been sold as the ultimate symbol of success. A promise from billboards and magazines that a high-end watch or designer car will elevate your status and bring you happiness. It's a narrative sold by a massive global market. But what if that promise is a carefully crafted illusion with a dark psychological cost? We're not just talking about materialism. We're talking about a fundamental shift in your focus. We'll explore the science, the brain studies, and university research that reveals how interacting with luxury can trigger unintended consequences. Just as a runner on a treadmill has to keep moving to stay in place, a consumer has to keep buying to feel that same excitement. The answer starts with the neurotransmitter dopamine. For years, dopamine was called the pleasure molecule. But neuroscientists now know it's more about motivation. It's not the pleasure of having, but the intense motivation of wanting. Dopamine is the engine of desire, the force that drives you to pursue a goal your brain has flagged as a reward. When a luxury brand crafts its image, it speaks directly to this reward system. Through meticulous marketing, they build an aura of exclusivity and success. Neuromarketing studies using fMRI scans show that interacting with these symbols triggers the brain's reward centers like the nucleus accumbens. This creates a feedback loop. The new car becomes just your car. The designer handbag becomes a familiar accessory. Your happiness returns to its baseline. But the desire pathway has been reinforced. The memory of that wanting and brief satisfaction is now stronger. This can create a perpetual craving. The satisfaction from the last purchase is gone, but the desire for the next one feels even greater. Brands aren't just selling you a product, they are selling you a dopamine loop. The endless, unfulfilling, and highly profitable cycle of wanting. The relentless pursuit of that dopamine rush doesn't just impact your wallet. It can change how you interact with people. This brings us to a deeply unsettling discovery: the link between luxury and selfishness. You might think success would make you more generous, but research suggests the opposite. Some studies indicate the experience of using luxury goods can promote self-interested behaviors. Consider the studies by consumer psychologist Anat Kainan. In her experiments, women who were given luxury handbags to use were then placed in situations where they could act selfishly or generously. The luxury goods didn't make these participants bad people. They seemed to activate a latent human drive for status, which overshadowed the drive for communal well-being. When given a chance to share resources, they kept more for themselves. When asked to donate, they contributed less. The researchers concluded that simply using a luxury item made the women perceive themselves as having a higher social status, which directly influenced them to act more selfishly. But it gets more complex. The pattern flipped when the act of giving was public. When luxury users had a chance to be generous in front of others, where their actions could enhance their reputation, they suddenly became more generous. This suggests the behavior isn't always driven by genuine concern for others, but by self-interest. Whether hoarding resources in private or performing generosity in public, the goal is to serve the self. This potential corrosion of pro-social behavior happens because the pursuit of status can change your focus. When your brain prioritizes your own elevation, the needs of others fade. Participants reported that wearing luxury products made them feel like they were in a costume, as if the opulence was at odds with their true identity. It's a quiet erosion of empathy, one luxury purchase at a time. You've acquired the status symbols. You've climbed the ladder of luxury consumption. You should feel on top of the world, but for many, a corrosive sense of unease creeps in. You start to feel like a fraud. This is the paradox of luxury. While promising confidence, it can trigger imposter syndrome. The persistent internalized fear of being exposed as a phony. Groundbreaking studies from Boston College and Harvard Business School observed luxury consumers in high-end settings. Their findings dismantled the core promise of luxury marketing. Marketers, aware of this, often shift their messaging, framing luxury not as an indulgence, but as something you've earned. A tactic designed to soothe our feelings of inauthenticity. Many people perceive luxury as an undue and undeserved privilege, creating an internal conflict between who they feel they are and the image the product projects. The consequence? Instead of acting more confident, these individuals often acted less confident. The very thing meant to make them feel powerful left them feeling insecure, constantly waiting for someone to see through the facade. This sense of being an imposter has devastating social consequences. It can fuel chronic stress and prevent you from enjoying your accomplishments. In your personal life, this inauthenticity creates a barrier to genuine connection, leading to a profound sense of isolation. You're in a room full of people, wearing the uniform of success, yet you feel completely alone. Interestingly, the researchers found one group immune to this: those with a high sense of psychological entitlement. No watch or handbag can give you that. The solution isn't to swear off all nice things. It's to see the machine so you can stop being a cog within it. First, recognize the psychological traps, like mental accounting. This is a bias where we treat money differently depending on its source. We have rational buckets for rent or savings, but then we create a treat-yourself bucket where we spend irrationally. By recognizing that all money is the same, you can make more deliberate decisions. Second, step off the hedonic treadmill. The next time you feel an urge for a luxury item, pause. Recognize it's a dopamine-driven craving for the wanting, not the having. Understand the satisfaction will be fleeting. Instead, redirect that energy. Research shows spending on experiences, like travel or learning a skill, provides more lasting happiness than possessions. Experiences become part of our identity in a way objects cannot. This also involves practicing gratitude.